Hi, thanks for joining me live on Facebook just about half an hour before I go on the news hour to debate America Trump's spark. Is it time for an out and out diplomatic offensive by India, given the fact that the US has already moved along with the UK and France to ban Masood Azhar, get him listed under the 1267 committee by the United Nations? Now, this is not the first time that the US has moved on this ban. In the past, China had blocked this as a hold. They put on a technical hold, then kept holding it for about 6 months, extended it by 3 months, and then finally blocked this proposal. This time around, too, it is China that has put a hold just before the 10-day deadline gets over. But in all of this, given the Trump administration and its attitude to just go beyond the rhetoric and perhaps even walk the talk, should India now think about and mull a proper, cohesive diplomatic offensive to hurt Pakistan where it would actually hurt it the most? America used the travel ban, the hint of a travel ban, and we saw Hafiz Saeed under house arrest and put on the exit control list by Pakistan. So clearly, interests, when Pak interests are under question, especially citizens, the rich and mighty and the wealthy who have interests abroad and businesses, if they are going to suffer, then Pakistan will be forced to heed. So should India think about a diplomatic offensive on those lines? That could perhaps even sidestep China, because irrespective of what the UN thinks about the Jamaat-ud-Dawa or Hafiz Saeed, Pakistan believes he's a free citizen. So even if there is a 1267 committee sanction under the United Nations on Masood Azhar, is Pakistan really going to do much about it? Perhaps not. So I am taking, yes, he was, and it's useless. The Spectrum Sarkar has just said that Hafiz Saeed was house arrested earlier and it was useless twice. Yes, it was a sham. But what I'm trying to say is that America moved, it hinted at a travel ban, and Hafiz Saeed was behind bars. So that is something which could perhaps hurt Pakistan. India has to think about something. The government has to think about something. They raised Balochistan, it hurt Pakistan. They raised the issue of atrocities, Pak-occupied Kashmir, it hurt Pakistan. Perhaps that is a cogent diplomatic effort which we can perhaps mount. Take up, join the Balochis as they make their representation in the International Tribunal and make it a worldwide fact and truth about something that's happening right on our neighborhood with the Balochis, the kind of atrocities and the genocides that Pakistan is committing there. If Pakistan is going to try and raise Kashmir and foment terror, let's make it a diplomatic standoff and say, for world peace and for the welfare of Balochis, we are going to use Balochistan as an argument. And perhaps that would hurt Pakistan. Now, I had a few questions that came to me earlier on the hashtag America Trump Spark on Twitter. And while I see you asking me questions and joining me on this broadcast, now I have a question here right now live saying, what for the Pakistani people who got citizenship in other countries? Now, so that is something which is being asked. Will you ban Pakistani citizens? Perhaps that's not the answer. We have to hit them trade, economy, where it hurts, pinches their pockets and the rich and mighty there. That is what, because most of these army generals have their own businesses and their own vested interests. They're all looking to defect and move out of Pakistan. Their children all have citizenships in other countries. That is what is going to hurt them. The travel ban by America was something which rang the alarm and got the alarm bells going. Now, one of the questions came is, was POTUS, President of the United States of America, be really serious about Pak terror activities and support us if we declare Pakistan a terror state? And will it grant us a seat in the UN Security Council? Now, America is on our side as far as this fight against terrorism is concerned, because their deals, their jobs, their business with Pakistan is over as far as Afghanistan is concerned. Now, with their interests in Afghanistan in mind, they need Pakistan to the line. So there is a shift politically also with US moving towards India and China, because of its the economic corridor, wanting to back Pakistan. Pakistan, because the only from where arms technology, nuclear weapons technology and nuclear weaponry is getting supplied to them is China. So that's why the China-Pakistan bonhomie is what we are seeing. But for America, in the interest of Afghanistan and interest of all the other geopolitical considerations, it's important there is peace in this region. And India is trying to develop trade along the lines with Iran, with the rest of Asia through Afghanistan. And there is a corridor, there is a business and economic corridor that India is thinking about, which would perhaps join all the way from Bhutan into Afghanistan and beyond into Iran. Now, that is something which is a consideration. Well, China will not. There is a different way to deal with China. Perhaps we should not even think and bother about China blocking Masood Azhar at the United Nations. We need to look at what we can do to get Pakistan to respond to us. That is the diplomacy. Perhaps learn a lesson from America, which does not do much. It's not imposing sanctions. It's just saying we will not let Pakistanis into America, and that is what is going to hurt them. Well, if now there are other questions which are coming in not related to Masood Azhar as far as the H-1B visas and the Trump policies are concerned. I don't think we have so much to worry about because we are a strong economy. The equations with India are very good. And that hotline between the Oval Office and the PMO here in India continues to exist. So all those issues will be addressed. But more importantly, this fight against terrorism is not going to be fought with strikes across the LOC. That is going to keep them at bay for some time. It's a diplomatic offensive. It's an economic strike that is going to hurt Pakistan. India just has to figure out how to do it, how best to do it. Indus Water Treaty, Balochistan, trade sanctions, get other nations to stop trading with Pakistan, choke up their arms supply, choke up their markets to which they are exporting goods and services. And that's when it'll start hurting Pakistan. And then they will crack down on Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar. There are some radical thoughts which some former servicemen and some of my viewers here have suggested that why can't we just go in, send somebody there who will neutralize them altogether. Well, that is possible in real, it's not as easy. America could do it. The reality is India can't. I'm going to sign off now. Do join me on the News Hour debate later tonight at 10 p.m. Bye-bye.